Today is May 31st, 2025. This is Read Through the Bible.
Hi, everyone.
And it's the weekend edition. So we used to be in the Psalms, but now we're in the Proverbs.
Right.
And we'll be in the Proverbs up through chapter 9. And then we'll jump back into the Psalms in the weekend edition. And we began it last Saturday. And today we're going to continue. We're in chapter 1.
Mm-hmm. So today will be verses 20 to 33.
Yeah. And this is a great picture. The Proverbs often does this about wisdom being personified as a woman and crying out and just pleading that people would listen to her. And my summary for this, I just give it to you first off, is listen to wisdom before it's too late. Just because there's times where people ignore wisdom and then it's too late. Like the natural consequences of life have come upon them. And, whether that's being foolish and having some sort of accident, or whether that's financially not saving for the future. And then when you cry out and want the wisdom says, it's too late. And wisdom even laughs and mocks at the one who ignored wisdom at first. Okay, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom cries aloud in the street, in the markets. She raises her voice. In other words, right, wisdom is making herself known. Everyone knows.
Loud and clear.
At the head of the noisy street, she cries out. At the entrance of the city gate, she speaks. How long, O simple ones, will you love being simple? How long will scoffers delight in their scoffing and fools hate knowledge? If you turn at my reproof, behold, I will pour out my spirit to you. I will make my words known to you. Like there's the promise of wisdom. You seek wisdom, wisdom will come and answer. Because I called and you refused to listen, have stretched out your hand and no one has heeded, because you have ignored all my counsel and would have none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when terror strikes you. When terror strikes you like a storm and your calamity comes like a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then they will call upon me and I will not answer. They will seek me diligently but will not find me, because they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, would have none of my counsel and despised all my reproof. Therefore, they shall eat the fruit of their way. I think that's the key. The fruit of the way. They're just going to eat the consequences of what it means not following the wise way and have their fill of their own devices. For the simple are killed by their turning away, and the complacency of fools destroys them. But whoever listens to me will dwell secure and will be at ease without dread of disaster. So the response here is pretty chilling in verse 26, where wisdom says, I will laugh at your calamity.
Yeah, and then they will call upon me, but I will not answer.
Yeah, we don't think that. Like we think that, anytime you call upon God, he's going to answer, and he does. But with wisdom here and the wisdom of life, like there's natural consequences for your sin. And when you're at that point where you've spurned counsel and you're going to cry for wisdom, it's sort of like too late to fix that problem.
Yeah, verse 25 says, because you have ignored all my counsel and would have none of my reproof. It's just an outright rejection.
Yeah, I can do it my way. I'm not going to listen to wisdom's way. And so I plead you're listening to this, just heed wisdom while there's hope, while you're young. When wisdom cries out and just gives you good opportunity, just heed wisdom for the betterment of your own life, lest you be like those who have ignored the counsel and suffer the consequences.
And the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
That's how to find wisdom.
Yep. And that's what they despised.
Right?
It says that in verse
29.
Yep. Okay. Well, there's good counsel from Proverbs. That's what Proverbs is about. It's about wise living. Great. We will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.